All right, so we're trying something out a little new tonight, something called Restream. I hope it's all right. We're going to see what's going on. At least we could play the intro for you guys. And what's going on, folks? Thursday night is here, which means we are here. That's right, Boxman Wrestling Outlet. We are here along with my main man right there. Look at him. Look at him. There he is. There he is. Who is it?
That's right. It is I, Voice of Generation, Smark Super Show. How are you today, sir?
Oh, not bad, man. It's a weird day, but hey, what the hell? It's a weird day, but yeah, we're trying out a couple other things, folks. But it looks like it really looks like StreamYard just went the way of every other streaming web-based streaming site out there, and you can't do many videos anymore, and they make it hard to do the videos. So I think it's all Smark's fault for playing so many clips in StreamYard. They probably said, fuck this. These guys got clips about jizz and shit like that. This is horrible. This is horrible.
I do like to believe that. I like to believe that, like, Joe Yard, the creator of StreamYard, saw what we were doing. It's like, all right, this is not how I intended my service to be used at all. There's like 4 8s drops. They're making fun of some British kid. Like, this is pretty fucking terrible.
Yeah, it is. And I couldn't figure a few things out. I couldn't figure out how to get bubbles instead of these boxes. So don't mind all the water bottles behind me. But there's a few cool things in this little app we found here. You can do a few little things that we couldn't do in the other one. I guess Smark, we can play a little I guess you knew how to do this in the other one. I didn't, but little captions down here we can put up. See that? We can do the tickers again. Look at that. See? Ticker still works.
Well, that's good. Good to know the ticker is still.
And I can add pictures one at a time. So there you go. That's I don't know. We'll have to see how this works. So far, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Chat room, let us know if it's shitty. Someone's in there. I think it shows. I'm trying to see if it shows names. Probably when they start typing.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyhow, plenty to get into. We've got All In that happened on Saturday. We've got Dynamite. All In was not a short fucking show. Holy shit. With the pre-show, it was like, what, 1,900 hours, I think?
Like a genuine, the pay-per-view itself is 6 hours. So like with the pre-show, about 2 to that would be 8 hours.
The pay-per-view itself is, here, let's see, it's exactly 5 hours, 56 minutes, and 24 seconds. To be exact, Smark.
Yes.
To be exact. That's exactly what it is right there. So, anyway, folks, we got All In to get into. We got a bunch of other stuff to get into. We'll talk All In the beginning and then mix Dynamite into it. So we'll kind of cover both at once. And then we'll talk about the whole Adam Cole thing after, because I do want to bring up a few points with the Adam Cole thing. Poor Britt Baker. All she tried to do was show a little love. She just wanted to show a little love.
I have just so many questions. Just by so many, I mean one specifically, and then I know the answer. It's like, did you send more of a detailed message to him, like in real life, like via text, or like you call him or something, or was literally your only contribution to the fact that he's probably never going to wrestle again just a broken heart emoji? It's like, well, he did the bare fucking minimum, didn't you?
Well, she put the hashtag. She's helping it trend, but I mean, I'm sure there was more said. Just because they broke up doesn't mean they fucking despise each other.
That's what I choose to believe. I'm spreading that.
Well, everyone else chose to believe it too, and like I said, we'll get into that a little bit later. But yeah, that's That's going to be a fun one to get into because there's, like I said, poor Britt Baker, man. She just wanted to show a little support, and she almost lost her fucking head for it. Jesus, I'm good. You know,
She still got her nose.
Oh, come on now, real quick. Let me jump into YouTube just make sure this is all working correctly. That wasn't coming from this nose. Stop it. Okay.
Just picturing her playing like that game with the kids, the little babies that you play. It's like, I've got your nose, and the kid tries to do it, and it like falls over under the like immense weight of holding her nose in his hand.
Yeah. All right, we're on here because actually, when I turned it on, we're right on the front screen. My front screen. My home page. I'm sure we're not on everyone's, but we're on mine. God damn it! So we're working as far as I can see. Works for me. Works for me. I think you can change the background. You want to change the background, Smark? You want to be a little spacey? Ooh, kind of like. Oh, I like that one a little better. Let's see. Where I want to be? Be on a mountain? No, that wasn't a mountain. There you go. That looks like a sand mountain. What's this one?
Is it like a dune?
Yeah, that would be called a dune. Yeah.
It's one of their sand mountains.
A dune is just a big sand hump, bro.
Nice.
There's a mountain for you, dude. Big mountain. I kind of like the space one. I kind of like this one. This one's kind of nice. The stars behind us. I kind of like this one.
It has an MS Paint quality to it that I actually kind of enjoy.
I mean, we could just go with a simple white background, but I don't like that either.
I like this one. No, I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go back to the stars. I like the stars. It's kind of works. Well, folks, first things first. First things first. I need a beer. I do. I need to start this show off with a beer. Yeah. I like the stars. The galaxy, if that might be, kind of looks like the. Is this what the Milky Way? Is that what this is? The Milky Way.
Perhaps.
Looks nothing like a Milky Way bar, folks. I don't know what's going on, but anyway. Yeah, there's one cool thing you can do. We can change. We have more backgrounds, and that's about it. But anyway, and there's some music. I really don't like music behind shows.
Music, you said.
So no, you can't add it.
No, but I know the song by heart.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I know. We can't even play that anymore, I guess you could put it on YouTube and share it. You could share the screen.
It's an avalanche. Snow fills the air, buries everything.
Oh my
Time
God.
to be scared. You better be aware. It's a nightmare.
This is a fucking nightmare. All right, let's start talking All In before Smart goes all whatever the fuck is happening right now. So All In, as I said, was not a fucking short show, folks. It was a long show. So, all right, let's see if we can get us in here with the picture. I don't mind being small. You mind being a little down here? You okay with this?
Okay.
Or you want to be like this? No, we can't do that. It's either that or... Oh, there we go. That's kind of like the other one. All right. So I'm going to admit it. I didn't watch the pre-show. Smart, did you watch the pre-show?
You didn't watch the pre-show. Fucking Big Bill Nature was on there.
You did?
Well, of course I did.
I didn't. I really didn't.
Yeah, you got Big Bill AJ, you got
I
fucking
did not.
FTR. What's there not to love?
I don't know. But I did not watch it. But I mean, I guess if you want to go ahead and, I mean, we can go ahead and give them the results real quick of the pre-show. It wasn't a problem. It was not a long pre-show. I think it was an hour of talking and then about an hour of matches.
Yeah, more.
First match was the Sons of Texas, and they defeated Shane Taylor Promotions, which was a lot of guys. And so there you go. Sons of Texas took it, and that was Dustin Rhodes, Marshall Von Erich, Ross Von Erich, and Sammy Guevara. Dustin had a good night on Saturday. He had a very good night on Saturday. So there was that, and then as you said, Big Boom AJ and the Conglomeration came out. And they defeated the Callis family. You got to get those. And you know, that was Hitchichero, Lance Archer, Rocky Romero, and Trent Beretta. Because you never know, when I say the Callis family, it could be 20,000 different people. And then we had FTR. They defeated the Outrunners. You know, quick tag team match, about 16 minutes long. So there was your pre-show. Then we got into the main card, the main show. That kicked off with the Ops, Shibata, Hobbs, and Samoa Joe. And they went up against Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta and Gabe Kidd. And I'm just going to go ahead and say that, not a bad show on the fucking match. Not a bad match on the show. Not a bad show on the match.
Well, that's
I'm talking great. Right. Not a. I really honestly thought that there was not one bad match on this show. It was a really good show. It's gotten good feedback too. It really has. It's gotten really good feedback from a lot of people. People who weren't. I've actually seen a lot more positivity towards AEW in the past couple of weeks than I have in a long time.
That is very true.
So, yeah. And I mean, I'm by me saying that, I mean, this is what I'm reading online, on Facebook, on everywhere else. Actually, people praising what they've been doing. Now, according to Tony Khan, it's because he took creative back over again. That's why they are so good now at what they're doing.
I'd like to know.
I don't know.
Tony Khan, can you make the background a pile of nose candy? I mean, kind of. If you look over here, like the stars can be interpreted as such.
Yeah, a couple of them would. I mean, this is about as close as we can get.
That'd be pretty fucking wild. You have like some stars or some mountains, and then just like a pile of cocaine.
I mean, I guess that one kind of. I mean, you could, I guess, call this, a big pile of cocaine instead of a dune.
Yeah, I mean,
come on.
Can we like meet in the middle and just put up a picture of John Jones or something?
It won't even pull that. Oh, I know why you can't see it, because that picture is up there. Anyway, back to the cool stuff. All right, let's keep going here. Sorry about the cocaine. Sorry about the cocaine. I think I am. I think this is fucking Scarface or something. Say fucking Scarface. Just saying Scarface. So anyway, this kicked off with a great match with these guys. We had the Ops win. After the match, we had a beatdown, of course, because that's what Death Riders do. And Joe left on a wheelchair. I guess Joe's got an injury. He needs to get fixed, and he's going to be out for a little while. I believe it was an injury he has.
Presumably. I mean, the new season of Twisted Metal is coming out in a couple of weeks, so you might need to promote that theoretically. But other than that, maybe an injury.
He might be doing a little bit of that. Might be both. But I thought that was a really strong fucking start off match. This match was 15 minutes, lots of action, good start. And I think seeing the Death Riders lose was telltale for the end of this show, but that's neither here nor there. So then we had the men's casino gauntlet match, and this was for a future AEW World Championship match. This match started off with Mark Briscoe and MJF, and MJF tried to stay away from Mark Briscoe as much as he could, which they even talked about the other night. Oh, and by the way, before we get too far, Dynamite, the Ops they had another match for their titles. They still kept their titles. Let's go from there. Now, MJF and Mark Briscoe again didn't really get too many of the opportunities to get involved with each other. It was still a good match, but then you had Ricochet come out, Bandito, Takeshita, Mystico, Josh Alexander, and Anthony Bowens, Roderick Strong. No one cared. Brody King, Juice Robinson, Juice Robinson came out. I wasn't sure who the hell it was.
Mm-hmm.
That guy was clean shaven, looked way different. Then we had Ibushi come out, Mortos, and then Max Caster was the last out. MJF ended up winning by pinning Roderick Strong. That was probably the right move. That's the only reason Roderick was in that match, was to get pinned anyway. We all know that.
Like the idea that there's like 20 people in there, and it's like, that's the only reason you could get booked. It's because you got to lose.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
And, by the way, speaking of Dynamite real quick, before we get back over to there, before I forget, I heard a lot of people complaining that they went from the stadium in Arlington and then they do this bank ballroom in Chicago. First of all, I love that fucking venue. I think that venue looks awesome. I really do. I do like that venue. Second, they've been running smaller venues for Dynamite for coming up to a year now. Everyone wanted them to, and then they did, and then it was okay. And then fucking Raj Giri from Wrestling Inc. has to come out and bitch about the fact that they're using a small fucking arena. I don't know. By the way, this place holds more than the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Mm-hmm.
Almost 1,000 people more than the Hammerstein Ballroom. So no one complained when they were at the Hammerstein Ballroom, but saw a lot of complaints from a lot of people. And let me just say fuck off.
Yeah, I like the smaller venues. I mean, like fucking ECW Arena, everybody loved that, and it was like that seated like 400 people. Like the Impact Zone was cool. Yeah, exactly. Like the little NXT Full Sail was fun for a while, so it became annoying. Like the smaller venues are fine. You mentioned Hammerstein Ballroom. You know where I was going to answer.
Yeah, I got no problem with the smaller venues, but like I said, MJF did end up winning this match by pinning Roderick Strong, so he's got the future championship match. And on Dynamite, we had MJF more in the back with the Hurt Syndicate, and he was addressing his win. He talked more about Hangman than anything, which we'll definitely be talking about Hangman in just a little while here. And basically just said he's going to push him back to his pit of despair.
That's right. He said it was the walking embodiment of his depression. You couldn't escape him and whatnot. What I thought was interesting, he was cutting the promo, and like Shelton's like looking forward. He's like nodding and agreeing with everything that he's saying. If you watch that promo, like Lashley's like looking off to the side, like he's not really agreeing with anything he's saying. He's like kind of squinting his eyes, like kind of staring deep into him. And I also don't think that MJF signed that contract yet. He said he was going to use that as like break the glass in case of emergency thing. So I'm going to call it ahead of time that Lashley's going to steal his contract because it's not signed. And they'll allow that for whatever reason. Even though he didn't win it, it's like, well, yeah, you got the contract. It's good enough for us. We'll give you a match. Why not? Who cares?
That's right. They don't sign it till they're down there.
I think Athena signed hers. But like, if you look at the MJF one.
Oh. He didn't. He's too stupid to sign. I don't know why they would just have a piece of paper.
Who knows?
I don't know. I mean, I get it. The briefcase is done, but I mean, there's other things you can carry it. Jesus, give him a fucking no. Don't give him a belt. Everyone, I have too many belts and they double belt. They need more. No more belts.
Agreed. It's a very strange Meltzer impression, but yes, NORAD wanted you to know that TNA's anniversary is this week.
TNA, whoa. Okay.
Oh my.
All right. We had Dustin Rhodes in a four-way match. It was Dustin Rhodes, Daniel Garcia, Matt Menard was down there cheering him on, Kyle Fletcher, and Sammy Guevara. Good match. This was for the AEW TNT Championship. This match, I felt, told a really good story in the ring. Most of the story I think they were telling was the Dustin Rhodes, Sammy Guevara story of how they were, Sammy was kind of being this snot-nosed little punk, but by the end, he shook his hand when Dustin had a very emotional win on Saturday night. Very emotional win. And I thought it was a pretty good moment, though. What did you think of it?
I thought it was pretty cool. Like, I feel like once that whole announcement thing happened, where everybody knew that Adam Cole wasn't going to be in the match, everybody just kind of thought that Kyle Fletcher was going to win it. So it was a pretty good pivot, I think, to just put the belt on Dustin and give him sort of a nice feel-good moment after like what kind of drained the energy out of the room. I mean, not to be mean about it, but it was kind of hard to get back into things after that whole announcement, because you just like, you feel bad about everything that happened. Suddenly, all right, well, the rest of the show continues, and just like everybody was kind of deflated, so it kind of brought some energy back. It was a good pivot, I thought.
Yeah, definitely. I think everyone needed a pretty hot match after the, like you said, being kind of deflated. And like I did say, we will get into that after we talk about All In. We'll talk a little bit about Adam Cole, and then we'll move on from All In altogether.
Since I wanted to do this last week, since it stuck out in my head, we're going to play a quick game. All right. Since you mentioned one of the people, this is a quote from Collision that happened, I think it was 2 weeks ago at this point. All right, you ready for it? Quote, "You beat Daniel Garcia. Congratulations. Who hasn't beaten Daniel Garcia?" Who said that? If you guessed Daniel Garcia, you are correct.
Holy shit.
That is a quote from Daniel Garcia. It's like, it was making me laugh.
Well, we know why he didn't win. We know why he didn't win that match, I guess. Wow, dude, what are you fucking doing, man?
He literally came out there at Collision, was like, "You beat my ass. Somebody, everybody beats my ass. That's what happens." It's like, okay, well, I know you're not getting the title anytime soon. And people were praising that for being like, he's relatable and authentic and genuine. It's like, nah, really? It's like, oh, he's an underdog. Not really. Kind of just loses.
Yeah, that's not the. Oh my god, not the greatest thing to say. Especially, everyone thinks they have to fucking get on Twitter and say things. Everyone
he
thinks
said
they
it on TV.
So
that was from Collision.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. He did. I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. Strickland and Will Ospreay versus the Young Bucks. We all know the implications of this match. The Young Bucks were going to lose their EVP status if they lost. Otherwise, Ospreay and Strickland weren't going to be able to challenge for pretty much any championships for a year. I got this one right. I kind of hoped this was the way it was going to go, and I was right to hope it. Ospreay and Swerve did win, and this was a really good match, and I loved how on Dynamite they immediately showed their downfall. Immediately, you saw the video of them kind of just the downgrade of them showing up. They showed up in an Uber. They're hiding from the cameras. They're going deep into the depths of the building for their locker room.
They had like the fucking hastily made entrance video that had like graphics that were like related.
Yep.
But for whatever reason, the fucking attention to detail was impeccable, because Matt's name was spelled with a lowercase t for the second T, and that just made me laugh for some reason. Like it was all just very shitty, and like even the Justin Roberts entrance for or introduction for him was like former EVPs, Matt and Nick.
Yeah. Matt and Nick, not even Matthew and
Yeah,
Nicholas
they didn't
anymore. They're Matt and
didn't even
Nick.
call them the Young Bucks. It was like total like lack of enthusiasm too. Like they didn't get entrance music, they didn't get pyro. Like it's great.
Nope, no pyro, and they wouldn't do the EVP trigger because they're not EVPs anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I thought they really went all out. I was very happy they did this because this is what needed to be done. And I thought maybe they would just leave for a little while, and they still may. But this was well done on Dynamite. Didn't you think?
Absolutely,
Yeah. Yeah, I thought this was great. They did run into Don Callis. They sort of refused to join the family, but did say they could still get some help, but in the end kind of did join the I don't know. We'll figure it out later, folks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did they join the family?
I
Did
don't
they?
think so. I think they're leaving it open ended, but I don't think anything was really made official.
Open-ended. Okay. It really wasn't made official. They said they could use some friends is pretty much how they kept it. So, I don't know. Then we go on, and I believe we're at the women's gauntlet match right now, which was a damn good match. Damn good match. It was we had Chris Statlander and Megan Bayne out there first. Willow Nightingale came out. Ty Mello, Thekla came out. I really do like her. She's definitely quickly becoming a favorite. Julia Hart, Queen Aminata, who looks like a towering Amazon over most of these other girls. Mina Shirakawa, Athena, Thunder Rosa, Siri, close enough, and Alex Windsor showed up.
Indeed.
So, no, shut the fuck up. I wasn't talking to you, bitch.
All right.
My phone's gonna make me pay for that later.
Mm-hmm. You're not gonna have access to any emails later.
Nope. Oh, please. I'll be lucky if my email's still on.
To help prevent further
Anyway.
instances of this happening, I believe it's pronounced Shuri.
That would probably make more sense. Let's see if that works. Shuri. Good. That worked.
Although it's a weird thing because, like, for whatever reason, the fucking Japanese pronunciations change when they come to America. Because, like, for fucking the last 3 or 4 years, it was Thekla, but now they're trying to, like, lean into it, make it extra Austrian, I guess. Like,
Tekla.
they keep calling her Tekla. Oh, no, we're not doing that. It's an
I
H.
heard that on Dynamite too. They kept calling her Tekla.
It's not happening.
And I'm like, well.
And she had a fucking, like, the entrance song. Like, when she come out to Stardom, and it was Thekla in the fucking entrance song. So, like, I don't know why this suddenly changed. I don't like it.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe there's a thing that they need to do to say it different. Or maybe it's just Excalibur trying to be extra or extra. Well, like he always has to be. Take your fucking mask off, you asshole. Athena had a pretty goddamn dominating match here and ended up winning. So, as a lot of people have been wanting, we've got Athena back on Dynamite, and I'm happy about it. I've always liked Athena, liked her over in WWE, liked her over here. I'm not going to say, oh, I missed her so much when she was gone. No. But now that she's here, hell yeah. I'm down for some Athena, and I like the promo she cut. I'm not saying it blew the fucking, the stage up or anything, but it was decent. A couple of very, very scripted bullet points in there, I would say. Maybe a couple scripted lines in there, but I still think it was a good promo.
Who says he's having a movie night, but had to come in to say, hey, later. Hello, goodbye. Enjoy your movie night.
No, yeah, definitely. And I do like what they were doing with this whole Tony Storm thing, where they had Tony Storm. You could only everything in red was in color, everything not in red was in black and white. It was good. They were just having a hard time when they were the close up when she was talking. They couldn't keep the lips red. But I'm sure that's something that's much easier to do post rather than live.
No, that's just not to confuse with Saray or Saray. Two different people. Which is really fucking hard.
Right. They're all there's too many, man. There's just too many.
See, that's
there's
kind of the thing. Is like I used to think that like Vince was out of his fucking mind because if somebody was like, he could only have like one person in the company that was named like James or whatever the fuck. But like when you run into things like this, it's like, all right, maybe that's not such a bad idea. If we just have like one, like only one person can have the name, but if anything's similar, you gotta just like figure out a way to change the shit.
Oh, how many cages are in this fucking company?
Fucking 18. Oh.
Exactly. I mean, you got Brian Cage, Christian Cage. There was another Cage.
Yeah, Brian Cage, Christian Cage. Well, there's a bunch of different, like there's Hangman Page. There's all the like ages.
Yeah, you got the Page, and you got to put two. Well, you don't have two Adams anymore. Not right now. You're not going to have two Adams. Seems like for a while.
Well, yeah, but, that counts.
Anyway,
Page.
True. Cope. Everyone was making fun of Cope's shirt, but we'll talk about that in a minute too. Good stuff there, though. Good stuff there, and I'm really happy to see Athena back on weekly TV. Don't know how long it's going to last, so let's all just
at least for pay-per-view site,
be happy Athena's back.
I
would think, yeah, I would think. I mean, because she's still the ROH champ, right? Yeah, so she's gonna be a busy girl, but I'm glad to see her back on TV. And like I said, everybody was wanting her back on TV, which makes it even better. So
yeah, she was. They had the Ring of Honor pay-per-view Friday, and I think it was like the entire card was title matches, and I don't think any of them changed hands. So it's just like a giant fucking waste of time. I'm glad I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Because
the Ring
of Honor pay-per-view. There's a Ring of Honor pay-per-view Friday before All In.
Yeah,
and it was like because just off the top of my head, like fucking Dustin and Sammy are the tag champions. They retained. Athena retained hers. Bandito retained his. So like it was like all title matches, but I think all of the champions retained. So it was like kind of a waste of time.
Yeah, why bother? Just to get some eyes on the product, I guess. No big deal. We had the Hurt Syndicate. They were up against Jet Speed, which is Kevin Knight, and Speedball, Mike Bailey, going up against the Patriarchy, Christian Cage and Nick Wayne, Kip Sabian and Mother Wayne down there. And this was a very good match. Once again, I did not know a lot about Speedball Mike Bailey. I like what I see. I will say one more time, I see a lot of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in him, and I love Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, so I really liked this whole thing that they did
just
here.
Fully lean into his character being like an 80s like babyface throwback situation. Just have him like cut PSAs and shit, like telling kids not to do drugs, but like antiquated 80s drugs or something of the nature. Like don't sniff paint or something. Like don't huff glue.
There you go. Kids, this is your brain. This is your brain on drugs.
You just have them talk about like not doing opium like anybody does opium anymore.
Yeah, lewds. Have them talk about lewds. Kids, there's this new stuff out there called Quaaludes.
at least
But
sneak one or two references of like, to learn more, please visit your local library.
yeah, exactly. Um, so after Hurt Syndicate kept the
Mm,
titles here, post match, there was a small little argument between Christian and that little shit, Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne took out Christian, and who comes down to the ring? None other than Adam Copeland. Cope. And if you remember, when him and Christian were together last time, Christian's words were "Go fuck yourself." Cope said, "Go find yourself." A little different, and walked out. Did kind of save them, kind of not. Um, I told you this was coming.
indeed, you did. Yeah.
You you kind of believed me, but I don't think you were really sure it was going to happen.
Not
But
that I didn't believe that was going to happen. More of just like I felt like it would have worked with them being heels too. Like I felt like you could have just made Cope heel and just had him do like the ENC shit, like with Nick Wayne and all of that.
well, I read, according to Mr. Meltzer, the storyline was supposed to happen a while ago with these two getting back together. But Christian really wanted to finish the whole thing he had going with Nick Wayne first before anything happened. So with Cope getting hurt and the whole Nick Wayne thing, they kept the Nick Wayne thing going, and we'll see what happens. But Cope did say his goal is going after and destroying FTR. I liked that. Um, on Dynamite, everyone hated his shirt. They thought he spelled it wrong. It says Edge, folks. Ledge, edge. Anyway, um,
Relic, Killer. Oh yeah, very clever.
yeah, yeah. But I really thought this was some good stuff here, and I thought Cope came and spelled out everything he needed to
Except for his T-shirt.
on with not with well except his T-shirt, but it's spelled play on words, folks.
I honestly wasn't even paying attention to the T-shirt. I was just like, all right, cool. He's about to do a promo. Let's move this along.
Hmm. Well, you know how it works. You just give the online community a few minutes, and you're ready to go. We had the timeless Tony Storm versus Mercedes Moné. Dude, this match was awesome. I loved this match. We had kissing, we had below the belt kissing. Tony Storm even said in the media scrum she thanked Mercedes Moné for keeping her lips clean, all four of them. Tony is absolute fucking gold. The woman is gold. And this character, I got to tell you, I don't know if WWE would have let her go as far as she's gone with a character like this. WWE would love this character, and I'm sure they would do great with a character like this. But would they let it go to the extremes that she has gone to keep this character the way she has and to build it and to evolve it? Do you think they would have? I mean, I know they wouldn't let her say what she says in the media scrums. No one would, except Tony Khan. But you know what I'm saying? Would they let her character still, or would she just end up being, losing to Charlotte and go fuck yourself?
That's it right there. Yeah. I don't think I don't think they could allow her to say the kinds of things she says because they still like they push the envelope a little bit, but I think they still like to keep it like relatively PG. So I don't think it would work. And
Right.
plus, I don't know. It's not. It's a good thing I think in a way, but like they don't really dedicate as much focus on one particular person anymore. Like they try to spread it, which is typically a good thing, but you have
Right.
instances where you can like lose momentum quickly that way because it seems like Rhea Ripley's cooled down quite a bit.
Right. Uh, be honest, it seems like they've cooled down a few of the girls, a few of the women. There's only a few right now that are really on fire, and it's not many. I mean, it's like when they do start getting those big pushes, they slap them down a little bit. So I don't know. I don't know. When is the Triple H hates women movement going to start?
You never know.
I think it already started.
God,
But
I tried watching a little bit of that Evolution show, and it was just like it was a 2.5 hour long, just like infomercial about how great and progressive Stephanie McMahon was. They're just like, oh, Jesus Christ. Where it's like,
yeah, I
you
did
know, when
see
I
her.
invented women's wrestling,
I,
see, it was my idea to fucking book Mae Young and Lou back in 1940. Mildred Burke was all my idea, of course. Aja Kong, that was me too.
oh yeah, all of them. All of them were Stephanie. Stephanie was the trailblazer for this business. I guess. Um, Here's another one. We have we only got 2 matches left, and then we're what are we at here? We're only at we got through this quick. We got plenty of time. Okada versus Kenny Omega. This was a title unification match, we think. So the titles were going to be unified. Maybe
not, brother.
maybe not, but whatever. For right now, Kenny Omega's out for a while. Good match. We had Okada
Honestly,
take this one.
it was for the people involved. I was kind of disappointed. Like I know they're older now, but it's just like the standard that they set. Like I've seen most, if not all, of the other matches that they've had, and they were all really, really good. Like had high expectations. And this was kind of the standard, like one of the mill. Like I could see this on the Dynamite. Honestly, it just didn't live up to expect.
Really?
It just seemed kind of average. And like I mean, having Don Callis in commentary doesn't help, but like I had to listen to it because Jim Roth was also in commentary, and I'd rather hear him than ignore
True.
Callis. But
And I mean,
yeah, just I think Kenny's just getting older and he's just got more injuries, and I don't know, kind of lost a little bit of it in my opinion.
I disagree. I enjoyed the match. I really didn't see what was wrong with it. I mean, no, it wasn't fucking New Japan, you know, it's 7, 8 years ago, but yeah, they're 7, 8 years older. Definitely, they've got 7, 8 years more of injuries. Kenny Omega might have lost a little bit. He definitely lost a little bit of his intestines.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But I thought the match was really good. I thought Kenny Omega put every fucking bit of himself into it, like he does in most
I
matches.
realize I'm in the minority on this one, so
Um,
it's all good because everybody else seemed to enjoy it. But I expect a little more.
all right, hey, that's fine. Listen, and let's be honest. Don Callis on commentary takes you immediately out of a match,
Like I
so
said,
that's
it
fine.
also sucked because I can't just do the mute job that I normally do. Because anytime I hear him put on the headset, I just immediately click mute on the video player.
Well,
But JR is out there, and I'm not going to fucking mute JR. You get like 2 or 3 JR matches every month. I'm not going to miss out on.
I mean, I got to listen to fucking Excalibur every goddamn Wednesday, Thursday, when I watch. But I mean, I got to listen to that dumb motherfucker. So you know what? Nut up,
Fair
bitch.
enough.
Fuck, man. Be a man. Jeez. You can act like a
Like a
man.
Randy Savage over there. Be a man, Logan.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Be a man. Ooh,
I really hope
yeah.
someday, like you
Yeah.
know how this every like couple months they find a new song that like fucking Tupac did. Like I really hope there's like a Be a Man part 2 where it's like Randy Savage is still just out here dissing
Dude,
Hogan. Like he put it out like 2 or 3 weeks, but
They do.
they used to. I mean, there was at least a good like 10 years after he died, where they were still finding Tupac songs. Now it's more like they're still finding Mac Miller songs, but you get like rappers that die and they find their music and they put out their music like 5, 10 years after they're dead.
Die. Let's get to this
All right.
last fucking match. Well, wait a minute. We need to go a little bit into Dynamite. We did have Okada. He kind of just made his entrance down with a new theme. He had a new theme. Okada did. But he came down with Don Callis. I'm sure Smark just wanted to be somewhere else besides watching his television. But he called out Swerve.
It wasn't
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
for this one because it was a squash match, which would have been the only time it would have worked for any beyond commentary if it was a 2 to 3 minute match.
It actually would have been the perfect time to be on commentary, but yeah, he called out Swerve, saying he screwed over his friends, the Young Bucks, and Swerve had no problem coming out, and they had a little stare down. I like this. I think we're slowly getting Swerve right back into that. Him and Hangman are going to go back up against each other. I have a feeling we're going to see him and Hangman. I still say we're going to see them in a couple of tag matches down the road, even with Hangman having this title. So we'll see. Let's just go ahead and get right into the Hangman match, if that's all right. The main event. Wow. Their Hangman Page versus John Moxley, Texas Death Match. They made clear pretty quickly what this match was going to be like, because before you knew it, fucking Hangman is stabbing John Moxley with a fork, enough to where blood squirted out of his forehead. I forgot to get that video. I have it. If you give me a minute, I'll get it. I emailed it to myself, so give me a second here.
Are you talking about the one that's like in slow motion? Because they put out a slow motion version of it too.
Yes, I got the slow-mo. That's the one I got. It's right here. Probably be easier if I just you know what? Give me a second. I'll get it. Give me a sec. No. Is there any volume? Yeah, the volume is quieted down. So let's just share the screen. Let's see how it looks. Never tried this before. Let's go over to Restream and we'll hit share screen. Is that share screen? Yes, it is. Screen share. Facebook. Share.
Yeah, there it is.
You see it? One. Oh, squirting out of the forehead. And again, squirting out of the forehead. Horrible, horrible stuff happening here. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's bad, folks. That's bad. But you saw immediately what was going to be happening in this match. They didn't pull any punches. This was a brutal fucking match all the way through. Glass. I mean, it was dragged through the glass. There was some definite, just, everybody coming out and their mother to make saves. Darby Allin swooping in from the rafters. Crazy, just dropping in from the rafters. So we got Darby Allin back. This match, a lot happened in this match, but it was a good match. And like I said, this company said they were going to make Hangman Adam Page a star. Chris Jericho said that years ago when they started this company. I think they've done it, man. This guy is over. Crowd hears that fucking music, they see that horse, and they go nuts.
For sure.
So I I think they've done a very good job. And if you look at the Hangman Adam Page character, it's evolved. He started out as the drunk cowboy, and he's gone from that to, having problems, being an asshole, this and that, back to now he's champion. I think it's been a good evolution of this character. And on Dynamite, he even called himself the champion of the fucking world. And on Triller, they let it go.
That's cool. I'm hoping that they, it seemed like the first time he won the title, they put a lot of effort and energy into like the chase. And then once he got the belt, it didn't really seem like they knew what to do when he was champion. Kind of like almost the same problem they're having right now with Cody in WWE. Well, he's not champion anymore. When he was champion, it seemed like they had that problem. So hopefully now, him actually being champion, they have a little bit more time to think about what they wanted to do, what they should have done, what they can do. Hopefully the second reign's a little bit better than the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, I
what
got
was
you.
Interesting, I saw pointed out, was everybody, like all of the run-ins that happened during the match, because you said everybody and their mom got involved, like all of the people that helped on Hangman's behalf, none of them touched Moxley. It was just the people that were interfering in the match. So you had like Danielson came in and he took out like the Death Riders. You had like fucking Ospreay came out, he taken care of the Death Riders. Swerve came in. That was my favorite part. Was just Swerve came in. They hated him so much that he didn't want to actually help him in the match. He just like gave him the chain. It was like fucking win or don't. I don't care. I did my part. Like
tossed in the chain and was like, "Yep."
And he
nope.
He did a good job of selling it too, because he was disgusted with himself that he would even help him in such a small way. He's like, I fucking hate you here. Take it.
Love Danielson. The guy is wearing a mask, comes in the ring, and starts doing the yes chant immediately. Why wear the mask, dipshit?
It's an interesting question. I hadn't really considered it. I guess because he like maybe ran out from the fans, so like he just didn't want the fans to know who he was until he was in the ring. But
oh yeah, there's a guy in a mask running through the fucking crowd and no one's tackling him. Oh, not suspicious at all.
Yeah, they would have known that he was allowed to be there, but they wouldn't have known who he was if he was in the crowd for a minute with the mask on. I mean, I'm just trying to make logic of this.
All right, I get it. Let me log out real quick.
Speaking of logical flaws, I don't know if we talked about this or not. We were talking about the Casino Battle Royal match. They had a 4-way, the women's match from Dynamite. And you had Sky Blue come out to distract the referee. Julia Hart came in and she sprayed, hit fucking, I think it was Amanada in the face with, the mist. She spit the mist in her face. If it's a 4-way and there's no disqualifications in 4 ways, why did you need Julia Hart to distract the referee?
Just made it easier,
I suppose.
And just to point something out here, Julia Hart can spray me anytime.
Well, there you have it. It was kind of weird too, because everybody knows it's a myth because that's what she does, but she didn't really spray it. She just sort of spit in her face, which was it's kind of rough.
That'll work too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, for us, but like if you're just a regular employee that doesn't want to do weird things with her, it seems like her spitting directly in your face would kind of suck.
Well, they get paid.
Mm-hmm. I noticed that too because fucking Amanada was doing the thing where like she like slams her opponent's head to her ass. I think she was doing it to Willow, but like Willow kept putting her hands in front of her face, and I was like, it can't hurt to take that bump. Like, why are you like protecting yourself? Unless it just like there's something unsavory about it. Like you just don't want to you have your face that close to somebody's ass. Like
that girl's got a bony ass.
That would really suck though. Honestly, if you think about it, like that would be like one of the worst ways to get fucking seen. Somebody just slamming their ass into your face.
I'm just saying. Fucking cheekbones hitting her bony ass. That there could be.
I'm gonna throw a challenge flag on this. I don't think it's as bony as you think it is. That's right.
I'm getting a fucking flag on the play.
No, not a penalty flag, but just I feel like the play should be under review. I think you should like examine the situation a little bit more.
Oh, under review. Okay, let's see here. All right, Queen Ami. No, not Queen Ami. Okay, the wrestler, not Queen Amidala.
Well,
Not talking Star Wars.
Look at her later. I mean, maybe next.
No, I mean, look. You told me you want me to. Why do I feel like my mic is only in one ear
It could
suddenly?
be.
What?
I
No, back in two. All right.
both ears.
Okay. I'm still going with kind of bony. I'm sticking with the bony. Yeah. Yeah, most
Okay.
definitely. I'm wondering if my headphones just fucking broke on me is what I'm wondering. Cause something's going on here.
Oh no.
I'm wondering. I don't know. I'll get used to it. I'm still going with bony. Yeah. I mean, she is. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with her. She's hot. She is hot. But a bit of a bony ass.
All right. And
It's
if anybody
okay.
else in the chat wants to
It's
weigh
okay.
in on the situation, bony, not bony.
Chat room, tell us what you think. She got a bony ass or not.
I was gonna say this is definitely like a call in. Like call in and pretend's gonna win some Foghat tickets.
Come on, Jimmy Buffett tickets for sale. We're gonna give them to you right now. Call number 10 now. Did I say 10? I meant 12.
I remember one time the local rock station was giving away wrestling tickets. It was just like a house show. It wasn't even like a Raw or pay or anything. And I called in to try to win because I think it was like a caller 10 situation. You had to be calling them for something. And I called in and they answered, but I wasn't the right number. So I like immediately tried to redial, but I didn't hang up. And the guy was like, "Well, you got to hang up first." I was like, "Ah, shit, my bad."
How about you just let me win, bitch,
Like, well,
bitch?
just pretend that I called again. It's probably been like 2 or 3 more people. So let's just go ahead and make me the 10th call. Give me those tickets.
Yeah, just let me hang here. Let me win this thing. Come on, man. I'm actually a fan of this shit.
Yeah, because
come on.
It was like
Let's do
2004 too. So it's like really like, come on, like you can't just like who else is trying to fucking call into a radio station so that they can watch Maven wrestle? Just give me the goddamn tickets, all right?
Yeah, come on, hook a brother up.
Mhm.
Anyway, we dug a little bit. Wow, this is weird. Don't know what happened. I hope my audio is still okay. I hoping somebody would tell me if it wasn't. So we talked a little bit about the Adam Cole thing, and Adam Cole came out, had a very emotional time talking about that he's going to be out for a while. So, of course, what does the internet community do? Speculate. My God, what is wrong with him? My God, does he have cancer? Oh my God, maybe he has leukemia. Maybe he has type 19 diabetes. Maybe he's got go fuck yourselves, people. Stop. Maybe he doesn't fucking want you to know. The rumor is he's having some concussion issues. He had a match a while ago on.
Get him out of here. He's got AIDS.
No, they didn't even. That wasn't. I don't think that was a speculation. I'm sure someone. It is now. It is
Only
now.
because I wasn't thoughtful enough to like send Meltzer an email. Like, you know what? Actually, what happened?
Oh, is that why?
My aunt works at the free clinic.
Well,
the other day, Adam Cole came. And I know it was Adam Cole because she had to look down at the desk because he wasn't coming up to the top of the desk.
Oh, that was wrong. Come on.
She gave him a SpongeBob Band-Aid after she gave him the shot to see if he do the blood work.
Oh. Well, after this whole emotional thing happened with Adam Cole, Britt Baker, Renee Paquette, and a few others just wanted to give their thanks. Christopher Daniels wrote, I can't express how much I love and respect this man. Gargano and Ciampa both, chimed in yesterday with NXT. We all know it's okay. People they're allowed to talk, I'm sure. But poor Britt Baker, all she did was put up a broken heart with the hashtag baby, and all that started. You bitch, you cheated on him. You have the nerve to come on here and try to. Does anyone know if it was a very nice breakup? Doesn't matter if there was cheating, which I'm not even sure there was cheating going on. I don't think that was ever like proven by anybody. I don't think we can prove any of that. E- Even if it did, I don't care. Some people just forgive each other and say, look, we both fucked up in this relationship. Maybe we should just move on. That's how some adults handle things. I don't know if people know that. And they don't despise each other. And she's allowed to say that to a guy she probably cares about.
We don't know if she's.
This is how you this is how you know the age, because it's literally probably high school kids who, once they dump a girl, they're horrible
Mhm.
people. That's not how a lot of adults act, because we still have to see these people, be cordial to them,
Yeah, they don't.
run into them down the road in work when they were traveling.
Yeah.
So it's just, I really did. I felt bad for her. I felt bad. All she was trying to do was show a little love to her ex. I think they were weren't they about to get married? Fiance,
Yeah,
ex-fiance,
they're
maybe?
engaged.
Girl, we'll just stick with girlfriend or
Mhm.
fiance, whichever. Dude, what the fuck? I still talk to one or two of my exes. My wife still talks to her ex-fiance.
Mhm.
It's not that big of a deal. He's a lawyer. He's helping her friend with something right now. He's a divorce lawyer. She's going through a divorce. Not me, her friend.
I was gonna say, wow, it's way to announce that.
No, no, not me. I don't. No, 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 not at all. Not at all. Not even close. We don't. We barely argue, me and my wife. So, but I did feel bad for Britt Baker, and I guess this happened on an episode of Collision a couple of weeks ago with him and Kyle Fletcher. So now everyone's jumping on Kyle Fletcher. Oh my God. Can we shut the internet down for like a month and just see what happens? Just go back to talking to each other again.
Oh, fuck that shit.
Okay, just shut down social media.
Okay, so all right, the Britt Baker thing, like, yeah, it's a little bit crazy that everybody's jumping down her back, or down her throat, down her nostrils. Um, but she kind of, I mean, she kind of did it to herself in a sense, because of just like all of the other times and instances that she was an asshole, of just like, kind of, you have a reputation. Like, she didn't do anything wrong here, but just like the narrative has already been forged, I guess, of just like her being kind of a difficult person, kind of unlikable. So now just any minor infraction, people are gonna
But
fucking
that should
crucify her.
have that should have nothing to do with the fact that she just saw someone she was with for a long time. I think they were together for a year or two, a couple of years at least, go through a very emotional time on television, well, on pay-per-view, and just wanted to show a little support. That should have not her all her other, whether she's a cunt to everyone else in the world and we don't know it, shouldn't really have any bearing on the fact that she's showing support,
You know,
in my opinion. In my
okay,
opinion.
hypothetical
Because
situation though. Well, and also real quick, this is just how the internet gets down. Because like I remember when Bray Wyatt got fired the first time, like over
Yeah.
the summer. They just came out of nowhere and everybody was talking about it and we're just doing shows on it and shit. Like Chelsea Green sent out a tweet when she was with TNA at the time, this is pre-TNA WWE partnership, where she's just like, I would like to have him in TNA. He's talented. Or Impact at the time. I'd like to have him in Impact. And there's just like hundreds of comments that are just like, no, it's not the time, you stupid fucking bitch. He lost his job. Fuck you, burning out. And it's like, all she said was that he's a good wrestler. She liked to work with him. Like, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah. It's horrible. It's stupid.
And that's how people get down. But okay, let's just say hypothetical situation. If that's all she put out, like if she didn't send him like a text or like give him a call and be like, hey, I'm sorry this happened to you, all that shit. Like if all she did was like just like tweet out a broken heart emoji, does that merit people being like, hey, you suck?
Maybe a little.
Because if that's all she did, that was just like,
but we don't
lost your
know.
Career. I know, but that's the fun thing. It's fun speculation. That's why it's a hypothetical. That's why I say it's a hypothetical. Hypothetically speaking, if that's all she did, like I don't care if you're nice to her, be to her or not. I'm not Britt Baker. Like I don't know Britt Baker. I don't give a fuck.
I'm not sitting here sticking up. I'm just saying certain things should have nothing to do with showing support for somebody. I mean, Jesus Christ, it just shouldn't. I mean,
no, you're right. Let's make that clear. But I'm fucking playing devil's advocate here just for shits and giggles.
I get it. I mean, I don't agree with Brody King's whole abolish ICE statement, but when he gave 27 grand to families, doesn't matter if I agreed with it or not. I agree with doing good things for whatever you believe in, whether I do or not. You believe in it, and I'm happy. That was a great thing he did. I know not everyone thinks like that anymore, but that's how I go through life. Doesn't matter my opinion. I see good things for good things. It's just the way, maybe it's the way I was brought up. I don't know. Doesn't matter if I agree with what you're giving to it. You believe in it. You gave to it. I am not a fully religious person. Many people are. They give tons of money to churches. My wife is Mormon. They give 10% of their income as tithings every year. Yeah. If you're really into it, that's what you do. I don't agree with that, but people do it and they see the reason for it, and that's not up to me. Not up to me.
Somebody that doesn't go to church, do you think gift cards would be acceptable? You just like throw like a $20 like gift card to Cheddar's into the fucking donation plate.
My wife would be happy with it. It's her favorite place to go. Fuck it. Mm-hmm. You can take me there. Take me to Cheddar's. I'll get that fucking Monte Cristo sandwich.
There you
go. Come on. None of that raspberry sauce, though. Fuck that shit. Mm-hmm. Just put that fucking powdered sugar on there and leave me the fuck alone. Mm-hmm. Put that fucking raspberry shit on there. Get that shit away from me. That, they got that turkey pot pie. It's good shit, too. My wife's been disappointed with the turkey pot pie the last few times we went, though, so she hasn't got it. But anyway, let's fucking move on from that. Jesus, forgetting to do all kinds of stuff here. No big deal. No big deal.
So what you're saying is just long story short is like don't go around fucking accosting people on Twitter that you don't know, even if they are total evil bitches like Britt Baker. Fuck her, she burning out.
I've never said she was a total evil bitch.
Your words, not mine.
No, your words, not mine.
This works better as an audio medium. If you could actually see the video of us who said what, then it's going to be problematic. But
I did not call her that. I don't think she's evil. I don't know if there was ever like solid proof that she cheated on him.
Well,
and you know what?
Brad Maddox does not put out the footage yet.
Exactly. And you know what? I don't give a fuck if she did. I could not care less if she did. It's got nothing to do with me. It's their life. I wouldn't hate her if she did. You know why? It's got nothing to do with me. Nothing. She's young. Go cheat. Have fun. Fuck whoever you want. I don't give a shit.
I suppose.
Fuck men, women, trannies, chicks with dicks, chicks without dicks. I don't care.
We are alone. Yeah. Don't cheat on someone.
So, folks, WWE, as usual.
Speaking of cheating assholes, Evolution this Sunday.
No, I honestly haven't gotten around to watching Evolution. I do have it. I have it right here on my computer. Want to watch it? Want to watch it right now? Want to have a little watch along? Impromptu watch along?
Just a little impromptu 2.5 hour watch along.
Yeah, come on. We got time. I don't really have much to do tomorrow. Probably getting fired anyway, but whatever.
Oh no.
Oh, more than likely, I'm probably gone tomorrow. Yeah, more than likely. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna say the odds on that are pretty good, but it's okay. It's all right. I'm good. Don't worry about me.
I'll show them. This is what the flamethrowers for.
Don't worry about me. I got beer. I'm good.
Very good.
I'm all good. Don't worry about it. Tomorrow's Friday. I got plenty of time. So anyway, we all know WWE loves partnering. They love these apps. They love the games. They love all kinds of things. Well, they've made another announcement that they are now going to be doing multiple themed online casino games as part of Fanatics, which they've been doing a lot with Fanatics lately. These are basically games that are on, you guys know what these are. These are the games that are on your iOS, your Android, and they're gambling apps. These were created in collaboration with Boom Entertainment and Games Global. You got WWE Blackjack, you have Raw Multiplier Melee, and SmackDown Big Money Entrance. Going to be launching something called WWE Bonus Rumble Gold Blitz and WWE Clash of the Wild. They're all going to be coming out just at the end of this month, just ahead of SummerSlam. And there you go. So WWE jumping into the online gambling. I think you're going to have a few slots. Like I said, slots, blackjack.
You don't say.
I said slots, not sluts. You still have Britt Baker on the mind. Calm yourself down, sir. Okay. Calm yourself. I forgot about these. That actually looks kind of cool on this thing. So there you go. They're going to be jumping into that. Now, I think I almost feel like we've talked about this with a different company where they had some sort of online slot machine or something like that.
AEW has done it, but I think the AEW ones were just actual games. I don't think there's actual money involved, gambling. I think it was just a fucking little time killer.
Is Fanatics are they real? I mean, it's a betting site, right?
Fanatics technically is a sports apparel brand. So hats, t-shirts, jerseys, and the like. This is the first I've heard of them doing anything like gambling adjacent.
Well,
this FanDuel, that is a gambling site.
I'm assuming this is all fake money because you can't online gamble anywhere in the United. Well, no, wait. Before I finish that statement, there are very few states in United States you can online gamble. Very few. I think it's only like here, not Texas. I'm sorry. Vegas. I forget which states you can gamble.
Well, let's look around.
States that it's legal to online gamble. There we go.
Currently,
It's not
online gambling is legal in 7 states: New Jersey, Delaware, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. Each of these states has established regulations of various forms of online gambling, including casino games, and sports betting.
I knew it wasn't many. I knew it was like less than I knew it was less than 12. So only 7 states. So I'm assuming this would be not for real money. I wouldn't think boy, they do everything in their power to get away from that family, to get away from that family thing. And then when they get called out for it, it's like, we're a family company, you motherfuckers. All right. But you promote alcohol and gambling. Listen, someone in your family gambles, you dumb fuck. We're just appealing to them, is what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. That is happening, Smark. You gonna play any of these?
Well, no, because I don't live in one of these states.
Well, doesn't mean you can't download and play for fake money.
Mm,
You don't want to play SmackDown, big money entrance, big money Smark?
but of course,
By the way, we just named the show Big Money Smark.
ooh, I like it.
Oh yeah, Big Money Smark. That's right. You should play. Then I can call you Big Money Smark when you win big fucking money.
Mm-hmm.
That's
But
right.
should I become hopelessly addicted to one of these online gambling websites, hopefully there is a hotline that you could read out as quickly as humanly possible at the end of the commercial.
Mm.
Perhaps I could dial Hope NY,
Perhaps.
or if it's in fucking Connecticut, it's like 4767777 or some bullshit.
There you go. 999. Oh, those 999 numbers.
Well, that's the funniest part. Is like I listen to a lot of like football related podcasts or sports podcasts, and like all of them are sponsored by fucking sports betting
Of
agencies,
course.
and they always just fucking read off the numbers as quickly as humanly possible after like a 45-second ad about how fun gambling is. It's like, but if you're a fucking addict, you can't control yourself that way.
Well, I mean, it's tough, man. It's been that way. And my mother in law is a pretty bad gambler. She has that mentality, oh, if I'm not playing, I'm not winning. You're also not losing. But it's tough, man. And, she'll go online and do it and, do all that stuff. Hold on, I hear my son calling for me.
Mm. Which is also betting on dog fighting, apparently, which is equally problematic.
No, my little
It's,
dog was still in here again. Do me a favor, just talk for 1 second. Let me see what my son needs. Hold on.
you want me to filibuster? I can do my very best on that. I'm just the point is like just that all of the fucking ads for the gambling, it all just seems like kind of just unsavory. And like there's the influence that fucking gambling, sports betting has had on football. Like you can't fucking watch any broadcast, whether it's the actual like game itself or any pre-game, post-games, without just hearing about what the odds are, the lines, and all of the betting numbers and statistics and whatever. It's just fucking sort of just flooded all of basically all of the sports, football for sure, basketball, baseball, kind of fucks with the overall enjoyment of the game. Some aspects, I feel like, but I mean, it is what it is, and kind of you expected that to happen once they started allowing like legalized betting for various sports, football, baseball, and that kind of shit. So I mean, just it is what it is. But anywho, long, long, long moments of dead air. That's just absolutely captivating, and it's an avalanche. Snow fills the air, burrows everything. Time to be scared. You better be aware. It's a nightmare. Better run away. You just can't stay if you want to save the day. Shining light, small like an angel. Not like a.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm trying to remember the lyrics to the Avalanche song, but I'm not doing a good job.
Oh my God, what the fuck? Oh,
Because actually, it's small like an angel. And the actual lyrics are, it's not like an angel, more like a devil. Not small like a pebble, more like a mountain that swallows you.
You
very cold. It's an avalanche.
My God, you fucking pulled up the lyrics.
No, I didn't pull up the lyrics. I'm doing it all from memory. It's all
No, you're not.
I swear to God, on my life.
Oh, good.
That's why I fucked up a couple of them.
God. All right. Well, there you go, folks.
I need to make a video of like it's the lyrics, but like you follow along with a little bouncing like British kid's head, just like underlying the lyrics.
There you go. There you go. I like that. So that's not the only story we have tonight about Fanatics, because Fanatics is busy, and this is an interesting one because I know what happened. Hold on. My headphone's coming apart on this side. That's what's happening. Oh. Yeah, my headphone's coming apart. That's what's going on. All right. Fanatics isn't done yet, because if as like I was saying, if WWE follows their usual pattern here, this little thing might be in trouble. Logan Paul has joined WWE and Fanatics to bring his Impaulsive podcast to the network. Paul actually made this announcement on Friday Night SmackDown with a press release issued on Monday. So the show will remain on their YouTube channel and be available on the usual podcast platforms. But it's going to have now support from WWE and Fanatics. So more ads for WWE, more kayfabe talk, more bullshit. And let's face it, folks, Matt Cardona would have probably told him not to do this, because Matt Cardona had one of the most successful wrestling YouTube shows out there when people weren't even doing it. And once they got their greedy fucking little fingers on it, and I know it's not Vince that owns the company anymore. Greedy people still own that fucking company, folks. You don't become what they are without greed. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
I think the difference with that is that he's already made his fame. He's already like a star independently of them. He doesn't really so much need them as they like could benefit from using him, his brand. Because I mean, he's got he's got Prime. Like Prime makes a fuck ton of money on its own. Like he could tell them to fuck off, and he'd still be perfectly fine financially. So I feel like he's more in control of what they can and cannot do with his programs than Zack Ryder was.
Didn't even know I muted my mic there. Well, I don't
She would like to know, will my future ex-wife be a guest on this Logan Paul show, because she needs the money? He's referencing the Hawk 2 deal, by the way, if you're unfamiliar with his future ex-wife.
Oh. Is that who he's going after? She's not available. She finally said she's not available anymore. There's a story. My God, she said one little phrase, made it to the top, fucked everybody over, wanted by the FBI, and now everybody kind of is slowly getting back into her again. It's kind of funny.
My.
Well, not. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's very interesting phrasing.
Good God, I can't say anything.
I'll call it now, slowly getting back into her. Like you threw that's a fucking fastball at about 80 miles an hour right in front of fucking middle plate.
He trusts Tennessee to find a way. Good job, Luke. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I want like a 4-part Netflix documentary series about her. I want like a made for TV movie. Like is Rue McClanahan still alive? She could play her.
There you go. So we already have a few shows joining this network here. What's Your Story with Stephanie McMahon? Because you got to hear Stephanie. 6 Feet Under with the we talked about Undertaker joining up with this. What do you want to talk about with Cody Rhodes? Why are all these so horrible names? Oh my God. Listen, I'm not saying we have a great name, folks. I know we sound like a fucking a mini mart for fucking wrestling's apparel. I get it. But What's Your Story is Stephanie's show. 6 Feet Under, I totally get. 6 Feet Under, I have no problem with. What do you want to talk about? That's Cody Rhodes. What do you want to talk about? Oh my God.
Trina says maybe if cheese got slowly into her, you'd have less kids. She's pretty fucking.
Can you show these two? You can. Look at that. Where do those? Oh, that's nice. You can't. I should have. I logged in. All right. Just no. I logged in here the same way, so you should be able to. I logged in here with Google the same way you logged into StreamYard.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
So if we stick with this, I got to be honest, I kind of like this. Until we find something better, or one of us wins a lottery. I don't know. Or knocks over a bank. I mean, I'm just saying, unless something happens, we're going to have to use something like this. We'll work that out. That'll work too. Now, speaking of some odd things going on, AEW has filed a trademark. And it's a weird one because it's for pots and pans. It's called All Elite Feast is the trademark. Give me 1 second. Let me get this dog is barking again. My wife will be back next week and this won't happen. So AEW files for a trademark on All Elite Feast, and it's for non-electric cookware, namely pots, pans, and dishes, flatware, plates, saucers, drinkware, cups, mugs, utensils, barbecues, forks, tongs, turners, kitchen stuff. Can you speculate, Smark? Can you do anything here? They do have sweatshirts, shorts, headwear. Now, you can say maybe it's a pay-per-view name, but that's not what the file is saying. That's not what the trademark filing is saying at all. But Smark's not there. I just noticed. This is a very odd one to me. It's even saying prepared meals, meat, fish, poultry. I think AEW might be coming out with a food. I think they may be coming out with some sort of
ice cream bars.
They're going way past ice cream bars here, my man. Like I said, pots, pans, dishes, drinkware, cups, mugs, utensils, barbecues, Shit, we might have the AEW grill looking like a Foreman motherfucker coming out. New one.
Luke would like to know, I don't know if you mentioned this or not, can you do drops on Restream? Unfortunately not. You can't do drops anywhere now. Fucking StreamYard ruined the game fun for everybody.
They did. They fucked it up. We'll have to. And I'm sorry, $30 a month is ridiculous.
Which, by the way, Luke wasn't here at the beginning. I think we pretty much figured out that this is almost directly my fault. Because once you start adding like 3 different AIDS-related drops and like 10 making fun of Asian people drops, it's over. You've scorched the earth at that point.
Well, actually, I don't know if you know this, but I went to go add 3 videos a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it told me you're not allowed to add more than 100.
Yes.
So,
but there was not 100
you
there.
Had a. Well, no, means there were 97 there.
Nah, there was not 97. I'm absolutely sure.
Well,
because I know that you can't do more than 100 because Luke ran into this problem.
I had to delete something. I deleted something that I had left on there, so I had to delete 2 videos to get it all on there. So
yeah.
I did, but I don't know. Maybe that had something to do with it. Meanwhile, like I said, this isn't awful. I like this. I kind of like, and I like the choice of backgrounds on this one, honestly.
I see Luke saying he's out here paying for StreamYard, but the problem is that we have to use American currency. So, like, you might be able to get away with paying like your 3 rupees or whatever the fuck it is you people use as currency, but here in the land of the free, since there's like a tariff on StreamYard, we have to pay like $90 for this.
Fucking America, motherfucker.
Now, we will look into how much it costs to pay for it in Doge. That might be like people love the Doge these days. So we'll see if we could swing that. But who knows?
Let's start a brand new one and call it Doge Yard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, we're not doing.
See, I am mildly serious. Like, if there's a way that we could figure out how to play drops in like one of these like fucking like chatterbait or some shit, like I say it's worth consideration. Be out here on like fucking Cam 4 playing the Avalanche drop.
I don't know. I mean,
we're going to increase the listenership, but it's the question of, do we want those people?
I mean, I guess we could. I could figure something out. I could figure something.
See, True North has what's up. He says free trade is great, boys.
Well, to be honest, last week after the show, I looked as much as I could over the weekend. This was the only one I found that was Restream was the only one I found that was pretty decent and did basically the same stuff as StreamYard. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, right? Like I said, I kind of like this one. It's basically the same, but I mean, at least we can play the intro video in here. We can't even do that in the other one.
Right. I got you.
And I don't know if you can share a video file. Let's see. Local video. Hold on. I'm sure my device can handle it. Upload a video.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. It was kind of laggy, but it might be better on your end.
Well, let's see well, I don't have the best computer, but let's see what we've got here. Let me try to play. Let me go into... I don't really have any videos on here. Where can I get a video? I can get a video right here.
Curiously,
here,
so it's piracy. You see, free trade's great. Piracy is great as well. See, True North kind of looks at things from both sides.
It is. It is. Here, we'll give you a preview of one that I was trying out. See how this goes. That's actually not bad.
Let's see.
At least we can play a fucking video on here. Now, how do I get rid of it?
You just right-click the file. Or not right-click, you,
oh, wait, I got it. There's a little hover over it, little dots showed up. I mean, at least we can play a video if we need to on here. It's not the worst. I'm sorry you can't play videos of some guy going, and there's jizz everywhere. I'm sorry.
That's the problem.
You can, you know what you can do though? You can take all those, Smark, and pull the audio.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that. You could. And you could audio drop it. Or, well, I could. I don't know if you can.
I mean, I do have limited abilities. That's what pisses me off more than anything. Is like I actually got really good at editing, and now I can't fucking do anything with it because I can't play drops anymore.
I'll keep looking, but I went to, I'm gonna say at least 6 or 7 of these things, and just couldn't find any. None of them. Most of them played no videos.
Mm-hmm.
Like StreamYard was like way ahead of its time. I can do the same thing in StreamYard. I can share a video, but for some reason, I don't get audio out of any of them.
Yeah, I had the same problem last week.
I don't know.
That'll be all right. There's going to be a new one that comes out probably a couple of weeks. It's only a matter of time. Somebody will put out something, and then that'll be good for a couple months, and then that'll fucking get dicked over too. It's an endless cycle. Anyways, you were talking about some fucking AEW's putting out some beef jerky.
Huh?
Wait, no,
beef jerky.
You said that they were looking into like some various patents about like food related items. So you think they might be launching some food products in the future?
It looks like they could be. Listen, Dolly Parton has
everything.
She has frozen foods prepared at the market.
Frozen foods,
everyone
cake
does.
mix, brownie mix.
Yep.
Fucking Gordon Ramsay has TV dinners. Guy Fieri has TV dinners.
I had not seen those Gordon Ramsay TV dinners the other day. I saw them in Walmart. I didn't even know they were there.
I've heard multiple accounts that those things are fucking terrible.
I didn't get them. Honestly, they're expensive. I get the cheap $1 meals because they're just better.
Brother, I'll tell you what.
Not better. They're cheap. They're exactly what I'm looking for. What the fuck?
I keep it.
That video shows up down here.
I am already on basically a wrestling related diet anyway, because I'm not here. Like, I eat the Chef Boyardee. I eat the Hungry Man TV dinner that Booker T loves so much. I'm on fucking Stacker 2 YJ Stinger, fucking Ico Pro.
Oh, there you go. I must admit, I like the Hungry Man meals. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do. The problem is, it looked like the Walmart I went to looked like that it hadn't restocked from July 4th.
Yeah, that'll happen.
There was nothing there, but I did get one of the Salisbury steak. I still love Salisbury steak. I know. I'm a fucking 10-year-old. Leave me alone.
I never liked Salisbury steak.
I'm like a fucking child. I like that. I still like some of the stuff, but all right. So there you go. AEW's trademark. Weird. Very weird. I don't know. What do you think, Smark? You gonna buy AEW cookware?
Yeah, indeed.
You gonna buy the Macho Man pan?
That would have actually kicked a lot of ass. The Macho Man pan.
The Macho Man pan. The
coming out with a line of air fryers. Fuck you, Hogan.
There you go. The Brian Cage
Tupperware dish,
double boiler chocolate melter.
Roderick Strong.
You gonna do it? You gonna do it? You gonna buy some? You gonna get some?
Yeah, brother.
Hell yeah!
I mean, it is sort of it's a you knowing your market, because I mean, most wrestling fans love fucking to eat. I will tell you the God's honest truth. It's funny, like I won't say which one because like they don't need any extra publicity. But like I've started listening to a wrestling podcast that's like really popular, and like a lot of their commercials are for fucking, and it's not like them choosing it. It's just like the network that they're on or whatever. But it's like it's commercials for fucking divorce lawyers and fucking like male hair rejuvenation products. It just makes me laugh because I'm like, these are targeted ads. So what you're suggesting is that like all wrestling fans are like divorced dads in their late 30s that are losing their hair. Like, geez, like you really think that little of us, huh? That sucks.
I get a lot of local commercials on the podcast I listen to because they somehow search out fucking algorithms, man. I'm not even trying to figure it out.
True North would like to know.
But they know
I'm
it.
sorry, go ahead.
But they know where you are.
Of course they do.
Is Macho Man and the Epstein? No, you see, obviously those don't exist.
That's right.
Obviously it was a hoax. By the way, I just for my quick Epstein thoughts, I don't believe it was a hoax. I do believe there's a list, and I don't give a fuck if there's Republicans. I don't give a fuck if there's Democrats on that list. I don't give a fuck if there's powerful people on that list, and this world would collapse without some of them. Put the fucking list out. Let us see what is happening, and we'll decide what happens. I don't believe it was a hoax. I think somebody got to somebody, and that person got to someone higher up, and it went all the way to the top. Let's just put it that way. I think there was some you can't.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it one bit that's fake. That list was a hoax. And the more they try to steer us away from talking about it, the more I don't believe it was a hoax.
There you have it. Luke says, like wrestling fans could maintain a relationship long enough to get married in the first place, let alone care enough for divorce.
I'm married.
Yeah, this is true. Luke says there's an Oval Office worker on the list. That's why it's not. Oh, well, I thought that'd be a joke. I read whatever comes on the teleprompter like Ron Burgundy.
And by the way, if this president was on that list after all the years of them vetting this man and going after this man, that would be put out. That would be one of the things Democrats would go after him for. I don't think he's on the list. I am not denying he knew Jeffrey Epstein. We've seen the pictures. There's no denying it. He was also one of the guys that helped get him early on by law enforcement. But I think after all the investigating they've done to this guy, and I'm not saying poor Trump, after all the investigating they did for this guy, they investigated him while he was president the first term, before the first term, in the midst of the last 4 years in this country. They got what they could on him. I think that would have been the one thing that would have come out quickly if he was on that list. That would have been shown. And I think that list would have come out a lot quicker if he was on it. So I don't think he is. I could be wrong. And if I am, I don't give a shit. Been fucking wrong before. I'll be wrong again, as I always say. But as far as I'm concerned on the files, release them. We're adults. We can
How has no one thought
we can handle
to
it.
be like to make a skit where it's like the X Files, but it's the Epstein files? It's like the truth is out there.
I don't know, man. I see a lot of people like focusing on it. Fucking Tazo. But yeah. But I don't know. It's just
I need to know what JD from New York
shit
thinks
happens,
about
folks.
this. Has JD from New York taken a pro or anti-kid fucking stance? That's what I'd like to know. We need to press it. We need to get Solid Monster on the board. Does he think the Epstein thing is fake?
Oh, he'll just be upset about fucking someone said they changed the brand of chicken in catering. My God, let's all hashtag fuck chicken.
Now, Mr. President, what you're saying here is that the island where they fuck the kids, that was just rumor and innuendo. Well, hold on a minute. We're going to talk about our good friends at Blue Chew who probably don't endorse fucking kids.
I'm sorry, did I say innuendo? I didn't mean it like that.
You know what they probably had a
Let's
lot
just say
of at
that.
Epstein Island was Blue Chew. We're going to talk about Blue Chew for a moment.
Blue Chew, probably. This is horrible.
We need, says we need Conrad to investigate. I just so badly wanted to. I'm just picturing like Conrad just like fucking dressing up like fucking Michael Moore and doing a documentary on fucking Epstein Island.
I can't even picture I don't even want to picture Michael Moore, so I'm not going to picture Conrad as Michael Moore.
It's really not a hard leap to make.
It's not, and I don't even want to.
Leaps are something that neither one can do. By the way.
Wow. Anyway, let's
picture Conrad leaping, and then picture needing to fix the floor afterwards.
This is going to be the worst transition to the next story. Absolutely the worst. Oh? Absolutely the worst. So AEW has announced no, it's let's just keep going here. AEW announced a partnership, folks, with a new toy company. I know what you're thinking. Don't think that. When I say the name, you're going to think it even more. It's the company's name is Major, and it's actually founded by Matt Cardona and Brian Myers. The toys are called Big Rubber Guys. See, I knew this was coming. I prepared you for this. I told you this was going to be the worst transition this show has ever done. Did I not?
See, your idea of worst and my idea of best are very similar.
Well, I gotta say, I had never seen one of these things before. So I took a look, and they're basically just larger versions of the action figures, but they're very detailed and they're very good. And again, this is a company created by Matt Cardona and Brian Myers, who I believe Kurt Hawkins, right? So these two guys came together, got a company. Now, this is not the first one they have done. They've done a couple. They did one for Matt and Jeff Hardy, Danhausen, even Ethan Page.
Why?
But the next one they are really pushing is the Tony Storm one. They are ready for pre-orders, already kicking ass. But I got to tell you, these things, they look pretty, they look very good. I'm not going to say pretty good. They actually look very good. The detail is really, let me see something.
It's
Big Rubber Guys. I know the name is not good.
Oh no, the game's great. I just can't take it seriously.
Well, it's a different kind of great. Let me get a picture here for you guys of one of them, and just kind of, they did one for Macho. Let me get this image saved.
Rubber Guys.
Big Rubber Guys.
Tuners would like to know, is the Ric Flair Big Rubber Guy model to scale? Everything is to scale.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I think there is actually a Ric Flair though.
Does a Ric Flair doll like wet and goo, like the real Ric Flair at bars?
I got the. Oh, there it is. That showed up a little weird, but there you go. I mean, that's pretty goddamn good detail, as far as I'm concerned.
The irony of, like, we just spent 20 minutes talking about fucking Epstein Island, and you transition to a Macho Man figure.
I mean, I'm not saying I did it purposely, but I mean, someone mentioned Macho Man. It's still in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally right there in the chat. I just figured we would stick with the topic
Good luck.
at
You're
hand.
trying your best. You're acting like Samoa Joe with the fucking poncho at Mania,
You know
just
what?
trying to do
Let's
a
just
show. There's rain coming down.
You know what? I'm just trying to fucking give y'all a goddamn example of what the motherfucking toys look like. You know what? Fuck this story. Let's move on. I'm done. Fuck it. Screw this fucking story. Fuck this story.
Fuck the big rubber guys. It looks actually pretty good.
Fuck Big Rubber Guys and fuck Tony Storm.
Okay.
I would. Exactly. Okay.
Deal. I'll be her big rubber guy.
Yeah. You know, fuck this story. This story, fuck this story. Next fucking story, goddammit.
I don't know. Like, everyone's allowed to do what they want to do as adults. And, like, everybody needs a hobby. And, like, I know it's kind of lame to make fun of people's hobbies. But at the same time, like, just being grown ass men that collect action figures, that's like kind of, it's a little weird.
Listen. Somebody wants to collect Big Rubber Guys. I got no fucking problem with it, okay?
Because like either way, you're either keeping it for your own personal enjoyment, which is the better of the two options, or like you're doing it to sell to other people later on the line. Like either way, it's like kind of lame.
What is your dog carrying?
A water bottle. He's fucking spazzing out over it.
Oh, all right, that's fine. I want to make sure it wasn't something expensive.
True would like to know. Let me guess, the life-size Big Rubber Guy female wrestlers are the most popular. Oh yeah.
Well, those I don't think those are made of rubber.
Hopefully, it's non-stick.
They're made of. They're hard to clean out. I heard.
It's like, hey, can I fuck this? Like, yeah, you can, but that's not the sole purpose of this. Allegedly, back in the day, WCW
that's all
used to sell those action figures. Back in the day, WCW used to sell those action figures where, like, they're basically just giant hunks of plastic. They weren't very fucking malleable. You couldn't really like articulate any of the joints, the arms, the legs, or whatever. They're basically just solid fucking rubber pieces. But
right,
one of the WCW action figures, like you could put a battery in it, press a button, and the action figure would vibrate. And I have heard multiple reports of those being used for debaucherous purposes.
Wow. Well,
like,
you know,
somebody's mom back in the day, like late '99, had a fucking like Sting or like Kevin Nash Wolfpack figure inserted into them.
Oh my lord. Jesus. Wonder if it howled too.
Or like if she tore her quad when the Nash ring was inside.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. But all right, folks, let's do this. Quick update on the as we've been talking to you guys about the American Gladiators show. We got the Miz hosting and a few wrestlers in there, Wardlow, Mr. Peck, Jesse Stoddard, Rick Boogs is also there, and Camille. So basically, the show is already taped. Actually, 2 seasons of this show have already been taped. So anyone that was working with this show should be able to be back on television. Miz will be back on soon, obviously we know, but Camille and Wardlow are ready to be back on TV. Camille is very confusing. They brought her in. She did the ridiculous stuff with Mercedes, which we knew wasn't going to last long. And then we really haven't seen her. Obviously, and she was in that movie with Queen of the Ring with Tony Storm too. She was also in there. So, you know, it's very weird why they can't find a spot for her when it seems like they're bringing in women. I mean,
Mhm.
Mekla just showed up. And I mean, I hope they bring Camille back, but I don't know. I like Camille. Camille is good. She's good, man. And she is built. She is, and she's beautiful. There's definitely reasons to get her back. Wardlow was just so over, and the crowd not only gave him one chance, not only two, but three chances to come back. And I got to tell you, I don't know if they're going to give him a fourth. If he comes back, it might be a flop. Camille, on the other hand, I think could definitely come back and make something happen.
What I wonder with the Camille thing is, I wonder if it's just a matter of like Tony Khan sees her as a redundancy because like they have Megan Bain, and like does he just think that they do about the same shit and Megan Bain's just better? Like that'd be my question about that. And like with the Wardlow thing, the problem is like I think Wardlow is more meant for like more built for like kind of just a WWE run than he is AEW, because with AEW it's like
Uh,
they pride themselves above all, even at the expense sometimes of like promo ability and all that shit, of just like having good matches and having like a very specific type of like either high flying or technical. You have a guy like Wardlow who's more of a power guy, just throws people around, kicks people's asses. It tends to be harder for people like that to fit in. Like the Hurt Business or Hurt Syndicate is having kind of a similar problem in that regard. And also Good Night Luke. But yeah, that might just be the issue with that. It's just like it fucking Camille might be a bit of a redundancy, and then Wardlow's fucking it's. We've been wondering why or like what's up with Wardlow for the last like 3-4 years, however long he's been there. Because it's like you said, just stop. Like people like him, but then they just break it behind him, but they just keep crushing a bottle in their mouth when it comes to Wardlow.
yeah, yeah, that's getting really loud. Um, but yeah, that's that's getting a little loud over there. I mean, maybe, and you're and what I believe you're basically saying is AEW has a hard time booking these bigger guys, and I agree. I definitely agree with that. But they shouldn't have a problem booking these bigger girls because now they have some bigger girls. Now they've got, like you said, a Megan Bain. Now they've got a Thekla. And I mean, Willow. These are three feuds you could immediately put Camille in right now. Me and you could probably book Camille in 6 feuds sitting here. And Tony can't figure out one fucking thing for her to do.
This goes back to what I was saying last week of how it'd be cool if like you don't necessarily do a hard and fast like solidified brand split. Like you don't call it that, you don't market it as that, but you put on people that you don't really have a lot of plans with or for at the moment, and put them on Collision. Like if you put Camille on Collision, like people would watch that, I guess. I think.
But they don't even do that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even fucking do that. Put her somewhere, man. And she was very over at one point in NWA, and you know, I don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. I mean, like I said, she is she is a gorgeous girl. She is built like a fucking. I mean, her fucking name was Camille Brickhouse. She's built like a fucking brick house, and she can do what she needs to do. I just don't see how you can't find a spot for a woman of Camille's credentials. Let's just put it that way.
Mm-hmm. Abilities, skill set.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it, but and Wardlow, like you said, they do have Tony has Tony Khan obviously has an issue booking bigger guys,
I mean,
which
Hobbs was
is
the same problem too.
it's very odd though.
Yeah.
No, go.
I know I was saying he was having the same problem with Hobbs too, but he just kind of lucked into needing a third man to fill in for Hook, and then It's not like he's doing
You're
anything
right.
with Hobbs on his own.
You're right. You're right. And Hobbs is a guy, I mean, that guy is unbelievably giant and very talented. And I hope they can figure out a way to make him the breakout of this thing. I'm just not that confident. But we'll see what happens. They've obviously made some, as we said in the beginning of the show, some creative changes. Tony Khan said he was taking too many loads to the face. No, that's not what he said. He said he was taking too many opinions and too much input and maybe letting too much input through. So he said he decided to kind of just stop all the craziness and bear down. And it seems to have worked. Like me and you were saying, AEW has had a lot more positivity online now than I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I think so.
And seeing any positivity online is like mind blowing. So
It's very interesting how all of that played out because, like, the entire time, like, because the whole thing, like, a lot of the positivity is based on like the main event storyline, the world title storyline. Like, everybody hated Death Riders. I did too, and I still think it wasn't very good. And it didn't seem like they had any real direction or point or like sort of logic motivation behind what it was that they were doing, other than just being a generic heel group. And at some point, I feel like just towards the very end, like the last like 2 to 3 weeks or so, like people just sort of accepted it for what it was and just sort of enjoyed it in spite of itself, I guess, because like it seemed like people really liked the main event storyline at the end, and like how it paid off was really good, but like every step getting there was kind of arduous. So it was like it's very confusing.
well, when if Tony Khan is correct in what he said, when Tony Khan started not having them in, when Tony Khan stopped having them be NWO and be in every third segment, I think a lot of people started saying, okay, maybe this isn't as bad as we think. One, and okay, this seems to be coming to an end. Because that was another problem, is they were in every segment. They were fucking all over the show. They were on the show too much. It was getting ridiculous. And I think once that started kind of backing off a little bit, I think people started realizing maybe it's coming to an end. And it had to. It had to. If it didn't end here, I would have been sitting here telling you how horrible this fucking storyline is, because AEW All In was the time for this story to end. They had Hangman. He was over. Great, intense storyline, an intense match, an intense stipulation. If Hangman didn't win, it was over.
Mm-hmm.
It was fucking Jesus Christ. Let that guy go home.
Right.
So anyway,
With some of that, like it was just a lot of
good.
just like bad circumstances, just like bad luck. Because like it seemed like for a while there, like every time they built a big story, like just one thing or another like led to like outside of just forces outside of Tony Khan's control led to it like crumbling down. Because like all the shit with Punk, like I'm sure Punk was a big part of a lot of their storylines moving forward, and then he kept getting in trouble. They had to fire him. They did the whole Adam Cole MJF thing. They both got hurt. You had to put the belt on Joe. You had to like scrap that storyline. Nobody cared about that. I think with the Death Riders, there was a rumor. I don't know if it was actually true or not that like Shane was supposed to be involved, and then the deal with Shane fell through. So it was just like it was just one thing after the other that like shit was supposed to happen, but then it didn't, or like they had to adjust on the fly.
Yeah, because I mean, they never mentioned a higher power in this group, or a higher up. I don't know if I want to say a higher power, a higher up in this group. but it was being, but the internet was kind of saying that there may be one, and that was supposed to be Shane. According to Shane, that was never. There was like no plans for him. This was basically just a meeting.
True.
So
I mean, even if
I
there
don't know if
never
that's true.
was, like, even that, like, it's undeniable. Like, they had to pivot because William Regal was the leader of the Blackpool Combat Club, and then he left, and they had to do Death Riders. So, like, they were already audibling off of that.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess. All right, let's get to this last one. Well, last two. They're all, well, but they're going to tie into the same person, so it's not that bad.
Okay.
Goldberg, folks. Goldberg
Oh boy.
on Saturday Night Main Event ended up having his last match. He's already said he's open to another match, so we don't know what's going to happen with this fucking Goldberg. But he had his match against Gunther. He lost. And he started a speech, and WWE cut the fucking speech off like 35 seconds into it. Goldberg did I mean, look, it was a great moment. A lot of legends were out there. Brooklyn Brawler was out there. DDP was out there. Ernest the Cat Williams was out there. Many more guys were out there. Actually, that's not Brooklyn. That's Chuck Zito. Chuck Zito was out there. You know? Do you know who Chuck Zito is?
Maybe not. I don't know, not by name. But you caught me with a real fucking curveball there because you're like, all the legends are out here. Fucking Brooklyn Brawler, Ernest Miller. They got Glacier out here in these streets. Fucking Barry Horowitz was there with a tuxedo.
Chuck Zito is now he's an actor, but he's the former bodyguard for Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, I've never known them.
So keep an eye out for him in some Sylvester Stallone movies, and even keep an eye out for him in some Jason Statham movies that are written by Sylvester Stallone. Homefront is a Jason Statham movie written with a screenplay is by Stallone, and I think he might have been meant to star in this, but there was no way he could have done it. He's in that movie. He plays one of the bikers. So I know who Chuck Zito is. I like Chuck Zito. Chuck Zito is the guy who years and years and years ago was on Howard Stern when he supposedly kicked Van Damme's ass in a bar. Suppose in a bar, in a bathroom in a bar. You know, place where there's no cameras.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. But anyway, Goldberg had his whole retirement. He's got everyone out there.
True North was the fifth Doink the Clown at the Goldberg retirement / match.
You never know. You never know. But he did. Goldberg did an interview with Ariel Helwani. I'm trying to concentrate.
I hate him so fucking much. If you're about to allude to what I think you're about to allude to, go ahead.
Ariel Helwani, you hate that guy?
No, the Goldberg quote, which I think we're about to get to the same Goldberg quote. If not, I will mention it in a minute.
Well, he basically is not happy with what happened on Saturday night's main event. He said this to Ariel Helwani. Let's just say I'm pissed off with the way I went out. I put so much into it, and excuse me, sorry about that. And I don't feel as though the effort was reciprocated to put a stamp on what I accomplished. Again, I'm not going to say that I'm not ecstatic about the opportunity that I got, but I was a WCW guy, man. I don't know, man. I think I could have done a little bit differently. That's all. I'm happy with my performance. I'm happy with the setting, but could have it been better? Absolutely. It could always be better.
Well, yeah, somebody else could have wrestled good.
Yeah, that would have been better immediately. I gotta tell
Maybe,
you.
no, maybe I think I know what it is. I think maybe he saw Sabu's last match and he was envious. Maybe he wants to wrestle fucking Joey Janela in a death match. It's
Uh,
put over
mm,
the young greenhorn Joey Janela out here in a fucking death match. Maybe he wants to be fucking hopped up on fucking whatever opioids they were giving Sabu so that he could perform the kratom.
I don't know. I mean, let's be.
No, let's not be objective. Fuck that
I,
man.
I, no, let's be honest. Let's be honest here. And I forget who it was. I think it might have been Sean Ross Sapp or somebody who basically was saying Goldberg didn't exactly have this legendary career. Goldberg's legendary status, to be honest, was, and I'm going to use this word, manufactured by WCW. Goldberg was green. Goldberg was not good in the ring. There's a reason he's so quick, reason they were
Yeah.
over quickly. Goldberg was a manufactured legend. And I'm not shitting on Goldberg, folks. I know he's made some improvements in his wrestling over the time.
Okay, sure.
I am so lying right now. Listen, Goldberg should be happy with what he got. AEW not only offered him a championship or a retirement match, but a retirement run in the company. WWE offered him a match. He was pissed about AEW because obviously they weren't doing what he wanted or something like that. I have a feeling it was all money because when I tell you the next story we're going to get into, you'll understand. But I think WWE offered him a lot of money to do what he did, but he forgets in the long run he's still a WCW guy, and Triple H was one of those guys that wasn't a big. He was a WCW hater, and I think it's still in him. I think he still wants to screw those WCW guys over.
Well, not
And now he
just that.
can. And now he can.
But well, I mean, like, okay, like Triple H has changed things a decent amount, but like at the same time, like also he is, he bought into a lot of the same ideology that was there before he took over, and the ideology that was there before he took over was that WCW was not shit. Like they spent all the time that they could telling you that WCW was not shit. Like, and I mean after they bought WCW, like not even
Yeah.
while they were competing with WCW. Like it's just they put out like, how many fucking documentaries on how like, oh, they had a good like 3 weeks. This is what they sell them. It's like it was 87 weeks, but they put out they were good for a couple months, and then it was all dog shit after that. It was like they've hated WCW from the very beginning and ever since. So it's like, what did you
Yeah.
really expect? At the same
I
time, like the thing that I will argue with the guys, I don't like. Maybe it's just semantics. I don't like the idea of whoever it was that you said were saying that they were a manufactured star, because like everybody is. That's
I
the
said
whole
that.
point of the promoters.
I
Okay.
said that.
Well,
No, I didn't say he was a manufactured star. I said his legendary status was manufactured.
okay. Yeah, all right. That's a bit different. Yeah, fair enough. Because like I'm totally with you there. Because like I was thinking about that because as soon as I had heard Dirk had actually sent me a link about Goldberg being unhappy, and the first thing I thought about was like, okay, who gives a fuck? Like, why is your retirement? Why should your retirement be this big grandiose thing when
Right.
you were WCW's top guy? And guess what? It did fuck all anything. Like they closed down still. Like you did nothing to turn the tide of the momentum. Like most of it, I hate to give him credit, but a lot of it was on Hogan. Like Hogan did a lot. The NWO did a lot to fucking
Yeah.
change for even temporarily to change the pace of like where things were going, to give WCW like the foothold that they had for a minute that they squandered. It was like
Mm-hmm.
Goldberg really wasn't doing much anything. Like it was like, okay, yeah, he was a top guy, but like you said, he was booked strong. He was booked to be this fucking killer, this world beater at a time when people liked seeing people, just go out there and kick ass. Like Austin was kind of the same way. Austin wasn't vulnerable a lot. Austin won a lot of his matches, but
Mhm.
Austin actually could wrestle, and Austin could cut a promo. Goldberg just
Oh
came out
yeah.
there, just yelled a catchphrase into the microphone. That was about it. Like he was a lot more just presentation and good marketing than he was anything actual substantive.
Yeah, I just feel that you know Goldberg's being and supposedly he cracked the rib of Charles Robinson. You want to talk about a real legend, legendary Charles Robinson cracked the man's rib. Bret Hart was like, "Fuck, nobody's safe around this fucking guy." Not even referees. But you know, it's very oh boo hoo. They cut off your speech. You ever heard of fucking YouTube? Everybody can go see your fucking speech.
Mm.
Um, number one. Number two, I'm sorry. You do this like a day or two after your so-called retirement match. In my opinion, and this is me saying this is not smart, you sound like an ungrateful piece of fucking garbage, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me.
And like also like I would be more inclined to believe him if like they did kind of bend over backwards for him in a lot of different instances. Like they
Right.
basically gave him the fucking world title like two or three, like a couple years ago just because he wanted his son to see him be the world champion. Like who gives a
Yeah.
shit? I'm gonna fuck about your
Yeah.
kid. I'm gonna fuck about you. Beat it.
Exactly. And then yesterday, I see this article come out and it like almost made fucking total sense. This is an article from Newsweek.
Oh well, before you transition, or I guess actually go ahead now.
No, go ahead.
I'll hit it at some point. We'll talk about. Okay, so there is a still of the match of like Gunther chopping Goldberg and Goldberg appearing to smile, like he was like laughing it off. Right.
Uh-huh.
So they pressed Goldberg for this about this because people were getting upset, and like
Mhm.
his response wasn't much better because like basically people were calling him out about being unprofessional. He's like his response to that was that he thought Gunther was actually going to hit him a lot harder, and he was
Yeah.
surprised by how soft it was. I was like, you're not doing yourself any favors. Like the idea was, I guess, was he was just saying that he was a good worker because he made it look like it hurt, but it really didn't. But the way that he phrased it made it seem like, oh, no, I was smiling because he hits like a bitch. It's like, great,
You
you're doing
know,
him a favor, aren't you?
I gotta say, I'm gonna go old school here.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Anthem's hate of Goldberg is 100% warranted.
I
One, you know
swear.
what? 200% warranted. His hate of Goldberg is totally warranted because the more this guy speaks, he's ungrateful. And like I said, there was a story that came out yesterday. This guy reminds me of Kevin Nash a lot. All he's worried about is the money. Turns out WWE, and again, this is Newsweek, WWE was ready to give his son Gage a NIL deal. You know how they're doing these little deals with IDs and all that. Well, Goldberg decided to put the squash on it because they weren't offering enough money. That is why Goldberg did it. Literally said in the interview, Goldberg stated that the financial offer made to his son was not acceptable, adding another layer of intrigue to his recent exit from the company, as the article says. But that's why he didn't do it. So I the more I hear about Goldberg, the more it just sounds like all he wants right now is money, 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 money. And that's all he gives a shit about. It's got nothing to do with you fans. It has nothing to do with anything or anyone or anybody but Goldberg getting paid. Now I know. Oh, look at Brock Lesnar. You know what? Brock Lesnar has put himself through a lot of shit to fucking entertain us. So don't give me that shit. He is not Brock Lesnar. Not at all. Brock Lesnar's talented as hell. Goldberg isn't, as far as I'm concerned. But Literally, it just sounds like the only thing Goldberg wants at this point in his life is to get paid for doing as little as possible. Oh, his son wasn't getting paid. Oh, maybe down the road he can do something like this, but no, I'm not going to let him do it. What the fuck? How old is your kid, dude? He can make his own decisions, right?
Mhm.
I guess not.
And
Good.
like it's the thing is like it's not, it might not be a lot of money or as much money as you would want it right now, but it's fucking money down the road. They love legacy acts. Like how they're
I
signing anybody who's even remotely Samoan right now just to fucking fill in the Samoan family lineage. They're pushing the shit. I'm not saying it's unearned or unmerited, but they're pushing the
mm,
shit out of fucking Braun Breaker, and they signed Scott Steiner's son. Like they love the legacy acts and they love pushing them because it's an easy bridge from like the past
yeah.
generation to current generation. So like if you just play ball now, he's probably gonna make a fuck ton of money down the road. Just ask Randy Orton or anybody else. There's numerous people you could point to.
Uh-huh. I would almost bet you that these NIL deals are just standard. This is what we put out. This is what it is. This is it. I'll bet they're just standard on paper. They probably just print them out and send them or email them. You know what I mean? Not print them out. Just fucking email them out. And that's it. I bet there's no, okay, this is this one's kid. This is this one's kid. This is this person. I'll bet these are just standard deals that go out. Goldberg might have been able to fucking negotiate if he shut his fucking mouth and didn't just say no. But no, he'd rather, you know, go on a podcast and tell everyone that WWE is shit, the company that just fucking gave you your retirement match. Ah, I don't know, man. I ungrateful is the only word that comes to mind when I hear all this stuff.
I mean, I'm sure somebody will, like, if he does end up doing anything else and his son really does want to pursue a career in wrestling, I'm sure that, like, somebody will give him an opportunity down the line. But, like, not only, like, you're setting a bad precedent because, like, shitting on the WWE for not giving him a lot of money is bad with your relationship with the WWE. But then that also, like, if you know that somebody's dads out here to talking about their contract negotiations and the deals, how much you're willing to pay them, if you're Tony Khan, that's not going to make you want to reach out to him either. Like you're
No.
going to do a good job of getting your son fucking blackballed, if anything.
Yeah, because they're not going to want to deal with your dad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, and I know, you got the Steiners who Scott was on the outs with them for a while, but, you know, things get turned around, things get changed. If they see potential, money is definitely money is a factor. But, you know, don't make it, I mean, don't make it hard on him. And I think that's what he's doing. But like I said, as far as I can, I, I was not up. I had zero issue with Goldberg and this whole retirement thing in this last match. But I got to tell you, post match, he has made himself look like trash, like like a greedy bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Bobby Anthem, you fucking nailed it years ago, my man.
I so badly want to just like go do some digging and find that because it's just like for those who haven't heard it, it's like 40 minutes of just a man with the most golden, glorious voice in the world, deep and booming, just fucking spending 40 minutes succinctly with excellent laser-like precision, fucking
Yeah,
destroying Goldberg and
dis
laying out just flawlessly how big of
dismantling
an idiot he is.
dismantling Goldberg is what he did. It was beautiful, is what it was.
Like honestly, if it was a fucking video essay on YouTube, if he like condensed it down to like 20-25 minutes and made like a video essay about it on YouTube, that's getting a good 400-500,000 views
I
minimum.
could, man, I wish I knew when that show was because I'm sure it's in the archives.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I knew when that show was, but I'm not going to look through every show to look for it.
I did because I want to hear it now. Because after Goldberg's been running this, anytime I hear Goldberg said something stupid, I just immediately hear Bobby's voice in the back of my head.
Well, I know I put it in there. If you need to get into Anchor, let me know. I'll give you the info.
I got you.
Yeah, or Spotify, whatever it is now. But that's about all I got, man. We've been on here about 2.5 hours.
Dog's restless. So I got to get you going soon.
Yeah, thank you for taking the water bottle away. I appreciate that.
Nah, I just don't know if
Whatever you did, thank you.
it's so
But
distracting.
yeah, I got to admit, I kind of like this restream. It ain't horrible. I just need to play with it a little more. Um,
I
not
hear you.
like that. Jesus Christ, it's just a goddamn programs, Mark. What am I gonna fucking do? Can't fuck a program.
Not yet.
Oh God. AI
Getting
AI
there.
is AI is breaking loose, folks. Um,
Oh, you know
but yeah.
people are using Chat GPT for fucking cybering and all kinds of shit.
Oh fuck Chat
Weird
GPT.
motherfuckers.
I've been
That's what
using
people are
Google.
doing.
I've been using Google Gemini, and I'm going to tell you what. Fuck Chat GPT. Google Gemini, for what I use it for, is I use Google Gemini to write work emails, and it is way more sophisticated and elegant in the wording than Chat GPT. I'm Google Gemini is the way to go. I'm telling y'all, folks, check it out. Google Gemini. If you're not using it, check it out. And I guess Smark, let them know. Archives, tits. I need to hear about tits every time we end this show.
Well, to put a quick button on things real quick here, True North would like to know when is Gilbert's last match. Hopefully, Gilbert gets treated better. That'd be fucking hilarious if they as a real brought out Gilbert and gave him just a star treatment. You put fucking Gilbert in there with Gunther on Raw next week. That'd be fucking phenomenal. Anyways,
With an
you'd also like
8-minute speech.
yes, fucking just like it spans 2 or 3 commercial breaks with just Gilbert talking about what
Yes.
this is meant to him.
4
Just
minutes in English, 4 minutes in Spanish. That's what he should get. Go.
have the entire roster on the fucking front of the entrance ramp, just listening in, he's the Hall of Fame speech. True North would also like you to know if you play with it too much, you might go blind. Anyways, what you won't go blind from is
I have
tits.
glasses.
Inappropriate teams. Me too. Totally inappropriate team sports. Every Tuesday at 8:30. We are currently on it's the off-season break, but starting in September as football season begins again, training camp preseason right around the corner, and we will be back before you know it in September, Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. on YouTube. Meantime, check out the archives.
There you go. And Hollywood Hangout, folks. I'm sorry, but I guess I'm on hiatus too. I will be back with it, folks. I have had some really rough weekends going on right now. And rough weeks. It's been a tough, folks. I'm sorry. I got 3 kids, I got dogs, I got animals. It's just been, the animals are not going to be here much longer. They're going to new homes. No new homes. One pig might go to freezer camp, and I'm not going to shoot it. I would just send him to the butcher. But everyone else is getting new homes. My wife has another surgery coming up, and I just can't do everything. I didn't think 2 acres would be so much work, but it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work, more than I expected. But I'll be bringing Hollywood Hangout back in the next week or 2 at the most. I've got a few ideas, and honestly, I need to figure out how I'm doing Hollywood Hangout. If I'm going to use this, if I'm going to use Streamlabs, what I'm going to do. But I appreciate everyone coming in. I appreciate the chat room. I appreciate everyone to listen to this later. I appreciate everyone watching this on YouTube. I appreciate all of you. There you go. On that note, anything else, Mr. Smark?
No, that's going to do.
All right. In that case, folks, enjoy. Have a great weekend. Be safe out there. And we will see you next Thursday night right here on YouTube, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. See ya.